Having data in the grid is very useful. The grid is a detailed view of your data. However, you cannot see the big picture in the details of the grid. To get a better overview, and see meaning in the data, you need to be able to visualize it. Dashboards are an excellent way of visualizing your data. InSights into Data provides the ability to create fully interactive dashboards, allowing the user to explore and learn from their data. If the InSights query has a dashboard defined, you can click the Show Dashboard button to show the dashboard. If there is no dashboard defined, then the button will not be enabled. The dashboard is then displayed. This dashboard shows a map of worldwide sales of the Nordwind products. You can see from the legend on the right that Germany, highlighted in red, has the highest sales. These types of maps allow for a very quick summarization/visualization of your data that is just not easily available in tools like Excel. This dashboard is broken into different tabs. The one we are looking at now is the world map of sales. To go to any tab, simply click on the tab at the top of the dashboard. This new tab shows various breakdowns of the data using bar charts, pie charts, and a tree map. Each of the charts is set up to allow the user to drill down further to help you explore your data. We will cover how to create these dashboard elements and enable drill down in another video. Now let's click on the Details tab. Here, you can see further breakdowns by shipper, company, products, etc. As well, at the bottom you can see the details of the records that make up the various charts in the dashboard. We will cover more about how these detail records can be useful in a few minutes. Now let's click on the Filters tab. On this tab, we can see some filters that we added to allow the user to restrict what records are represented in the charts and maps of the dashboard. Here we have filters by country, product category, and products. Note that these filter items are built automatically from the data in those fields in the grid. As well, at the bottom of the dashboard is a filter by sales date. This filter is available on all tabs, as it docked at the bottom of the dashboard itself. Now, let's go back and look at some of the features of the various elements in the dashboard. You can export either the entire dashboard, or any element inside of it. Here you can see the export icon in the upper right-hand corner of every element. Another useful feature is the ability to enlarge any dashboard element in order to see it more clearly. This is done via the icon in the upper right-hand corner of each element. Here you can see how much easier it is to view the pie chart when enlarged. As we noted earlier, the charts in InSights into Data are not static. They can be set up to allow drilling down into more details. Let's drill down into the pie chart and see what happens. In order to drill down into any dashboard element, you just double-click. Here we will double-click on the confections pie wedge. Now you can see the change that has taken place in the pie chart. However, note that it only affects the pie chart. This is because the pie chart is not part of the master filter, which we will explain in a few moments. You can continue to drill down into the pie chart for as many levels as the designer has set up. When you want to go up the drill down, you can click the button in the upper right part of the element in the dashboard. The concept of a master filter is an important feature of InSights into Data's dashboards. This allows the designer to specify some elements of the dashboard as being able to filter the data available to other elements when you drill down into them. In the dashboard shown, the tree map in the lower left corner of the dashboard is a master filter element. Let's see how this works. Watch what happens to the other dashboard items when we click on the Western Europe blue area and the tree map. It immediately restricts the other charts to only contain data from Western Europe. If the tree map has been configured to allow drill down, as this one is, you can drill down to see more breakdowns. Notice that as we double-click on the Western Europe, we see the countries that make up this region, which in this case is just Germany. In the tree map we can now see the breakdown by region, country, and now product. You can drill up in a dashboard element by clicking on the return arrow in the upper right-hand corner of the element. At any time, you can clear the master filter selections and make all records available to the other elements in the dashboard. To see the actual effects of the master filter, let's look at the Detail tab. Here we will click on the Save a Lot Markets, the largest bar in the chart. Notice how the grid changes ever so slightly at the bottom. Now we will double-click and then select the chai bar, and note that the grid is restricted to the 3 records that make up that filter. Now we will drill back up and clear the master filter. Note how the records reappear in the grid at the bottom. Almost all controls can be part of the master filter. To demonstrate this, let's use the map in the first tab to select only records for Canada. Now, let's go back to the map dashboard element and clear the master filter. The final filter element we need to review is the range element. At the bottom of the screen is box showing a line above a set of dates. This the range element. Here you can easily choose a date range of data to include in the dashboard. The range element is always part of the master filter. Now, let's take a look at the Details tab. You can see how the data for the dashboard is restricted to just April of 2013. This is what is selected in the Date Range filter. You can easily drag the selection to another point on the range element, and notice how quickly the charts update. Let's change the selection to June. Once you have your dashboard displayed, there are a number of things you can do. You can print it, export it to PDF, image, and Excel spreadsheet. And you can also export it out to the viewer. This is a separate tool that allows you to provide your dashboards to non-technical staff and management, for them to explore and learn from, without having to know how to use the full InSights into Data tool. Now we will close the dashboard and conclude the demo. Thank you for taking your time to view this video.